If you homeschool your kids, how will they learn the social skills they need in life? How will they learn how to cope with bullies? How will they learn to fend for themselves? Won't they be missing out on that social aspect of school? Assalamu alaikum, everybody. My name is Dr. Gemma Elizabeth, and I am the host of the Raising Mums podcast. And today, in today's session, we're going to be talking a little bit about socialization. Now, this is one of my small broadcasts, my short broadcasts that I do every Wednesday here on Facebook. And then that gets uploaded onto the Raising Mums podcast. So this is going to be a super short episode today, inshallah. Unfortunately, I will not have time to answer questions at the end, but I also do a longer broadcast every Sunday on Facebook and Instagram, where I do take some time to answer your questions, and I'd love for you to join me then. So let's talk about socialization. Okay, whilst they may be missing out of some positive aspects of school, and I would question whether that's true, but let's just, for argument's sake, say that they may be missing out on something positive from school. Think about all the negative social influences that they are also missing out on. All those things that they will not be experiencing on a daily basis. Things like bullying, listening to children swearing, the general culture of consumerism that pervades schools today, a lack of manners, and things that are far more sinister that have also been on the rise in schools, unfortunately, in this country. All of those things your children will not be exposed to on a daily basis, because the things that your children experience, the people that surround them every single day, have a huge influence on their lives, on their identity, on the way they see themselves, on the things that they hold important and true in their lives, what they see as good and bad, and who they aspire to be. And so, who do you want your children to be around? Wouldn't you rather be able to cultivate that social education and choose who is in your child's social circle on a daily basis, rather than it just be by luck, rather than it just be chosen by the school district or your local council? Wouldn't you rather have a say on who shapes your child's identity? And that is what homeschooling gives you. It gives you that opportunity to choose who your children will see and who will influence them on a daily basis. So you can decide, who you want to teach your children manners, who you want to teach your children about religion. Are you going to leave it to the school kids at your local school? Or are you going to have some say in it? Now, this doesn't mean that you keep your children in a bubble and you exclude them from all possible negativity. That's impossible, for one thing, but also it's not necessary. Your children will, even if you cultivate a good social education for them, they will still have negative experiences. They will still have negative things happen to them, but it will not happen on a regular basis. And if you have raised them well, they'll be able to cope, because at the core of the family and the circle that you've surrounded them with, they have people who are upright. They have people who teach them what is right and what is wrong. And because as a homeschooler, you have the opportunity to cultivate that. So just like you plan your maths lessons, and just like you would plan your science experiments as a homeschooler, you also plan their social education. When you meet up with friends, when you have people come over, you get to have a much greater say in that. And that is not being controlling. That is being a parent. That is being a good parent that allows you to cultivate that. Now, I know being a homeschooler is a privilege and not everyone is able to do that. And the point of this live broadcast is not to disparage schools or say anything against those institutions. What it is, the point of this live broadcast is to highlight the point that homeschooling does not mean that you are depriving your children of social interactions. Instead, you are actually giving your children an advantage. You're giving them the opportunity to actually have an excellent social education, to really grow and develop socially and not be held back by negative and sinister things that might be going on in school. And as a homeschooler, you have an opportunity to give them the best opportunity in life, the best social education that you can. You can bring in people of different ethnicities. You can expose them and have more of a say in having more diversity, not just in ethnicity, but also in faith, in age, in all kinds of experiences, so that your children truly do have a more holistic and healthy social education and growing up. So I hope that has helped to relieve some of those concerns you might have about socialization for children. Are you holding them back? Will they not be able to fend for themselves? None of that is true. It's all misconceptions or lies that have been spread. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to pop them in the comments and I will come back in later and answer what I can. Share this episode with your friends. And I want to just highlight that I have a homeschooling course for mums just like you who want to start homeschooling their kids, but they don't know how to begin. It's called Launch Your Homeschool, and it literally will take you by the hand and guide you through the process of starting to homeschool your children, picking the right resources, creating a timetable and a schedule that works for your family's needs, creating a curriculum that aligns with your values. I teach time management to help you to get everything done in the day that needs to get done, because I know there's a lot. I know that you're busy. And we have a great community, online community there to support you, as well as myself and my team. So if you are interested in that, in Launch Your Homeschool, then head over to launchyourhomeschool.com and pop your name down on the wait list. So I'm going to head off now. I'll leave you with that, but I'll be back again next Wednesday for another short episode of the Raising Mums podcast. I'll also be here every Sunday, inshallah, for a more extended version where we'll dive deeper into topics around homeschooling. And I'll take some time in those Sunday sessions to answer your questions. It was lovely to have you all here. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.